Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. I have been waiting a good while to check out this new antenna from Radioddity. It is the HF-010. I reviewed an older version of this new and improved one, 5 megahertz all the way to 80 megahertz. And I cannot wait to play with this thing. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box and see what we got. And it's a portable HF radio antenna, and I think they've really got this thing dialed in from what I understand here. It's perfect for things like Orlando Hamcation, which I just went to not too long ago. A perfect opportunity to set up your ham rig and just get it all going on anywhere you go. And you can see it all zips back up into a nice little compact pouch for transportation. So here's the user's manual for multiband. Oh, this is saying 6 meter. I think it's 5, but that's okay. 6 meter all the way to 80 millimeter multi-band and multi-purpose antenna. January of 2006 when this was made, and it's 21 pages in color and in English, and it's what's included. And of course there's some setup with this thing, but that's kind of the cool part. It even comes with a spool of coax, which is pretty cool, and ground radials. So the different setups and whatnot. So this is a sophisticated piece of equipment, obviously, a little bit more complicated. So a lot of the folks that come to my channel are here for CB radio, GMRS radio, and like solar prepper light kind of stuff. Ham radio, there are guys and gals out there that are really, really knowledgeable about stuff like that. Myself, I consider myself to be an amateur. You know, I'm just getting back into the ham radio stuff deeply, I should say. I've got a nice ICOM 7300 that I've added to the collection. And I've got a couple of antennas that I'm playing around with currently. So it's kind of like getting back into the hobby. I will say, for those of you who have been following me for the CB and GMRS and all the other stuff, it's okay to not know all the answers and not have all the answers. This stuff is complicated, but I'm hopefully going to be able to show you how to set all this up and to get it working on the band you desire to transmit on. Looking at what comes in the kit here, it's pretty stout. A very, very large extendable antenna here. That's part of our process. For different bands, you're going to be using different stuff here. Here's another piece here. That's our spike. That actually goes into the ground, and it's quite an interesting way of mounting this thing. Definitely has some extensions here. And look at what we have here, 5 to 18. So this one here is designed for 5 megahertz to 18 megahertz. And you can see there's a slide right here. And that is changing the frequency. So you can dial this thing in. And that's what's so cool about it. You can dial it in and get a low SWR reading no matter what band you seek to use. As long as it's covered, it's covered. All right, here's our 3.5, and we'll play that there. And this is cool. It's like you've got like a stand for it here, which also acts a bit as your ground plane. So that's nice. And then up here in the top, we have a lot of different ground radials, and it comes with a tape measure and all this other stuff. So one of the ground radials here, another one here, another one here. Our tape measure for determining the size of these things. This, I'm not sure, it looks inflatable, whatever it is. We'll have to take a closer look at that here in a minute. And then we have a wind up. I love that. Very portable, wind up piece of coax for it, and an adapter from PL259 to BNC. And there's our connector there for the PL259. And let's go ahead and open this up. It looks inflatable, whatever it is. Who knows what we got here. If I can get it open. And of course, I'll have to read through the instructions. We'll get this thing set up. Since this is mainly a CB radio channel, we'll go ahead and hook it up onto, it's some kind of an inflatable. That is weird. It's an inflatable something or other, donut, we'll call it for right now. So we'll set it up and we'll use it on the CB band because that's where a lot of you go. It's called that's the securing nut. Let's see what that thing's called. Here we go. Water bag to be placed above the tripod mount. It can hold up to 3 liters of water. How cool is that? So fill this thing up with water, and now you have a natural weight that's going to hold this thing down so it doesn't tip over. That's awesome. How cool is that? I love it. All right, I'm gonna pause the camera. I'm gonna read the manual. I'm gonna take this thing outside, I'm gonna set it up, and we're gonna take a look at it. Then I'll hook a radio up to it, and we'll fiddle with it to see what kind of SWR we can get on the 11-meter band. And that's pretty much where we'll wrap this up.
Right.
Let's do it.
We have it set up in its just most basic configuration. You can see, oh, I don't know, maybe a 12-foot height. I'm not exactly sure. And a little harder probably to see. But we have our 3 ground plane wires. These are such an improvement over the older model. These all wind back up very easily. Okay. Now I've got mine set up with the tripod and the spike right now. I don't have the water bag over it. If you want to, you just unscrew the base, drop that on top of it, screw it back on. No big deal there. Now, if you want to use it for different bands, that's what these are for. This one here is going to cover your 5 through 18 megahertz, and it's tunable, right? This one here is for the 3.5 megahertz 80 meter. Okay, that one's not tunable. It's already preset just for that frequency because that's a very popular frequency now. And for the rest, you have the adjustable push pole here. So you're going to use your tape measure and change the height of that push-up antenna portion to reach the right size. Lastly, I believe it's about 25 feet of PL259 connector, again on a nice wind-up spool. And then there's more in here. I just stopped right there just to show you what we're looking at. And it's just pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Took me, man, I don't know, 2 minutes to set this thing up. So the manual you definitely want to hang on to. And let's go back inside here for a minute before we turn this thing on, or turn on a radio anyway. And we'll talk about how to set up some of the different bands you're going to play with. Here we are with the manual inside here, and brand new this year. But you can see here, there's our base, here's our extendable, here's the securing nut for that spike, the extension rod is here, tuning coil, fixed loading coil, and our telescopic topper for it. And here's where it gets into your bands, right? Here's how you want to set it up. But then we go with extension rods. They work fine from 6 to 80 meters. The loading coil is not needed at 80, right? All the way down, there's 11 meter. Fixed loading coil, only for 80. Telescoping whip, we're going to use that no matter what. And ground radial wire, don't need it for 80 meter, but the rest, it says yeah. Okay, and then as far as measuring, here's how you're doing it. You're measuring for your band, 48 centimeters, going to give you a 1.1. You want to be on 10 meter or 11 meter, there's how long the whip needs to be, 198 centimeters for 11 meter, 1 to 1. Right, and that's what we're going to verify today. I'm going to hook a portable up to it with an SWR meter, and we're going to see if we can get that by taking that measurement just right. And our ground wire, basically full length, right? It's telling us to get a 1.1, we're actually going to shorten that down a little bit. So I'll do that when we go back outside. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And of course, it's got some full color photos on how to set all this stuff up. But I'm just like, it's just incredible how simple it is. You know, I wouldn't want to try to do it without the manual because of how it gives you the numbers you need. But wow, that's just such a step up from the other model that they had out last year. Pretty cool. Maximum power rating, that's important. On CW 100 watts, SSB 150. That's more than my 7300 can do, so that's just fine for me. Okay, let me pause the camera. I'm going to measure it out the best I can to the 11 meter band, and we're going to get the old walkie-talkie and an SWR meter out, and we're going to see how close we can get it to 1.1. Let's do it. All right, not sure what happened to the audio, but here we are. And so this is the quick and dirty. I did not want to
tune this thing over and over again to give you a false set of expectations. But I measured it, and you can see the little white dots there. And they have these for the different bands to help you. So I measured it out, 200 centimeters for the radials, and the top one was 198 centimeters. So I just set it up, like I said, just plain and simple. Didn't do any adjustments before filming. And I've got my little Midland what is that? A 79 822, I think it is, with a little Radio Shack SWR meter. But I just want to show you, just right out of the box, with just quick and dirty setup, and right on channel 19 or channel 20, that is a 1.3. And so off camera here, you can kind of see I'm switching it around. I'm going from channel 40 and then to channel 1, and you'll see 1.3, 1.2 is where it is at. And that is with no fine tuning, right? There's 1.4, I think, is the highest. That was channel 40, and 1.2 on channel 1. So a little bit of tweaking, I can get that lower than that easily. And I think that's pretty much where I need to leave the video. If you want to set this thing up at a campground, if you want to set this thing up as an emergency communication antenna, holy cow, what a great, quick and dirty setup, and get that kind of low SWR on it. I am stupidly happy with this antenna, and I will definitely leave a link to where you can pick one of these things up. They just like, compared to the older one, this thing is such an improvement, man. Anyway, that'll do it for today, my friends. I will see you next time. Take care.